Welcome to Start Building Me, my nightly training session here online, multicast over Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook to get you into the healthy habit of exercise. Folks, you have to exercise. It is mandatory. Mandatory means that you have to exercise, just like eating, sleeping, and for most people, watching TV. Now, if you've got time, folks, I put it to you to watch 30 minutes to 60 minutes of TV a day. You have time to do 15, 20 minutes worth of exercise. One will rot your brain, one will stimulate the brain. I'll leave you to guess which one is which, folks. It is a pretty easy one. You don't need ChatGPT version 4 to ask that question to get a result. You have to exercise, folks. No ifs and no buts. If you cut corners, really, the joke's on you because nobody else is going to be affected by it, right? So, that's what I'm here for, is to show you the ins and outs of the most basic exercise sessions. Why? Because I love it. I'm not here for your engagement. I'm not here for anything like selling you products or elixirs, protein powders, spandex, anything like that, folks. I'm just trying to be here to be that, what do they call it? A spanner in the works, to get in the face of other influencers to try and take money out of their pockets for them trying to be charlatans to you and teach you a whole bunch of garbage just because they're trying to sell you something. I'm just trying to do something that I'm going to be doing anyway, which is pump a bit of iron before getting ready to wind down for the evening, and that's exactly what I do. So, you know, as always, love to you all wherever you are in the world, live here in Australia, in the evening, in the morning, in Germany and London from people that I have come in contact to, or whatever ungodly hour it is in the US. I will try and cater for you folks more, even though you watch on repeat and send me messages later, which is always cool. And that's about it, folks. So really, all I'm here is to try and to get you into the habit of breathing and pumping the blood through your heart and into your brain and into your muscles, because guess what? That is exactly what you need. You can watch my YouTube video about the 5 most important biomechanical reasons why you have to exercise. And I mean have to exercise, folks. You can reach your potential without doing much physical exercise, but I put it to you that there's a reason why you see all those billionaires in movies on their phones, running on their treadmills, making multi-billion-dollar deals, is because it improves your performance. It increases your cortisol, which in turn, after a while, reduces your cortisol, reduces your stress levels, folks. Helps your recovery. 35 minutes of moderate exercise per day has been tested in multiple studies to increase the capacity and increase your cognition, the function of your brain, basically. From 35 minutes of moderate exercise alone, let's walk and talk. I want to get my blood pumping. I want to get in and out of here as quickly as I can, because time is money and I ain't getting any money for this, folks. So just joking, I couldn't care less. I'm just going to pump some iron with you guys and get the hell out of here to whatever it is that I was doing beforehand with the egg in the blender and grapefruit. 80s films, executives, exactly. Imagine that concept, folks. Raw eggs. Now, I have had disgusting stuff in my training days. I used to have this thing called hydrolyzed whey protein isolate, just with water, no additives, and blend it and drink it. And every single person who had my hydrolyzed whey protein isolate gagged because they said it smelled like vomit. So I've been around there, I've done the 80s stuff, maybe not so aggressive as Sally Starjump points out, but nonetheless, I've done some gross things, and you do not have to do that. You do have to exercise, folks. So what is this? As I always say, it's called exercise, folks. It's that simple. Standing up off a chair, sitting back down off a chair, whatever it is that you want to do. If you want to keep a wider stance, you'll keep your back more perpendicular at a right angle to the ground. If you're not familiar with the terms, I try to keep everything very simple. That's why it's called Start Building Me, and not continually advance me or turn me into a professional athlete. Other people can do that. I am just trying to get people to stand up off the couch and start in the process, and from there on, you're on your own. But hey, I can help you. I can facilitate you to get on there. As well, my stand up and start magnets and stickers are at the printer. kind Sally Starjump. Stay tuned for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Start Building Me has actual live smoke detectors installed now. I would have burned alive in my sleep. What a horrible thing to say on a PG channel, but nonetheless it is the truth. So that's all working now. It's a very good day. What else happened on the Start Building Me day today? Just handed off an application for a course that I'm going to do, and I heard a hissing sound when I came back to my car. Looked down at my tyre to see a screw sticking right in the middle, thankfully not in the wall, of this sticker. Drove it up to my local mechanics who were just closing up, and they saw me and I said, guys, please help me. This is urgent. I need my car tomorrow. They opened up the shop, they did it for me, and then since I wasn't going to pay any cash, they said don't worry about it. And as you know, Dave doesn't take freebies from anyone, so he rucked them some cash so they could go buy a case of beer, and they were very happy. And that's, folks, that's the price of business. You got to spend money to make money. They didn't want to charge me because they like me, so that just shows you. If you help people out in life, they'll help you back when you need it most, because my goodness, without a car tomorrow and rocking up in my 60-year-old Beetle probably would have been the greatest look to start at a new job. Whew. Breathe, Dave. That's the thing that I'm always trying to explain to you people as well. Breathe in, breathe out. Carbon tracking app coming soon, not soon enough. And until then, still all good, G. Can still drink. No, still drink. Well, you can drink water. But that'll cost you, even out of the tap. Breathe, folks. Breathe as always. And I did a bit of a walk today. Did a bit of a bushwalk up. Left the lads at home. They could not be trusted. Didn't come across anybody, but it started raining anyway. So it was nice to have a bushwalk by myself. Can't complain with that whatsoever. I'm going to try making a short form video for YouTube Shorts and for Instagram Reels after this and see how it goes. Nice and clickbaity. Just trying to explain to people, probably not a good idea to waste your energy and get anxious and depressed over climate change and the effect that it will have on your life. Because there's a lot of coulds and mays there. Won't affect you in your lifetime. But what will affect your lifetime, folks, is this. If you don't exercise, statistically, 20 to 50% chance that you will die from a cardiovascular event. 20 to 50%. That's enormous. 1 in 5, right? That's the minimum. So you got to exercise, folks. You got to do this, pump a bit of blood through your body, and then call it quits. Go edit some videos. Have a shower maybe. What else I'm going to do? I had to do some dishes, but I've had a bit of a screw the pooch this week, so that's why it feels good to be back on here. And spoke to Matai Sal, so that was all good. No drama whatsoever, and things are looking good there. I'm going to adjust my mat. Very nice. Anyway, I'm going to try and bust some out because I'm at the 9-minute mark, and here I am talking like I am at the 1-minute mark. I'm going to try and stand wide. I'm going to try and do some squats as if form sticklers were watching. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hoo-wee. Digging my new setup now. Still got to tinker with the lights a little bit. Doesn't look as bright as it used to be, but it's still quite bright. Body looking very vertical, very nice form. Yes, I try. So many form sticklers say that a sumo stance, which looks like this, folks, they call it cheating, right? But then have a look at these people, these influencers that are like 5'2" or 5'5". I'm 6'2.5" or 6'3". I've shrunk by half an inch in the last 10 years, probably because my soul and back has been destroyed by the drudgeries of society. Just joking, folks. I'm just saying hyperbolic stuff to make you laugh. But anyway, I am going to take a wider stance because it's not cheating, folks. If you're taller, it means that you spread your legs wider so you don't have to travel as far. In the result, it means that if I stand with my legs together like somebody short and try and squat, look at my back, look how far forward it comes, right? That's not just a flexibility issue, that is a biomechanics issue. So for the fact that there are people with millions of followers who cannot explain that simple, very, very trivial element to their millions of followers, just shows you what you're up against, the information that you're getting from these people. There are prized blue ribbon idiots out there instructing people how to do things that not only do they not know how to do themselves, but will present people with a lot of injuries by doing it wrong. So there's actually nothing wrong with the sumo stance. If you go into a gym and see Russians, Bulgarians, Latvians, Estonians, Ukrainians doing stuff in a wide stance, and folks, I put it to you that they probably know more than some influencer jock who's 20 years old, right? Nothing wrong with the sumo stance. And that's what I'm going to demonstrate now. With a sumo stance, I can keep my back more upright. Now, in the end, what does that mean? It means I'm not traveling so far, which means I'm not expending as much energy as I would if the weight was traveling further, if my legs were closer together. So what can you do as a result of that? Increase the weight, aka the intensity of the barbell, which will make you have to work harder despite working a smaller range of movement, right? So there's that option. And basically, problem solved. It reduces the chance that you're going to do damage to yourself, round out your back, blow out something like that. So folks, there's nothing wrong with the sumo stance or a wide stance. And I'll take the Pepsi challenge on any of those dorks that say it, both with lifting, or I'll duke it out to them with the Duke of Queensberry's rules if they want to have a bit of an old 1-4, folks. Just joking, violence is never the solution, but it's pretty funny, you got to admit that. Anyway, I'm going to do a few more of these, get the blood pumping, because I've done a walk today and haven't done any exercise. That's why I'm still full of beans. But like the Beavernator 5000, who has been up here last week, the harder you go around the 7 o'clock mark, the quicker you hit the pillow when you crash down, is what I've experienced. I'm hoping the same thing happens to me. I did have 3 large cups of espresso today because I didn't make my cold filtered coffee because I was tired yesterday and slept all day. I can only imagine how it must feel to have a child when a single weekend absolutely annihilates me. We salute you. Anyway, I'm going to do 10 more of these, do some push-ups, whatever it is you got. Man, I'm going to start, doing some more of these as well so I can avoid going to run. I love my kettlebells, folks. Greatest training tool invented. Ahoy, ahoy, Jazz in the house. Just in time to do a few push-ups. The crazier are, the crazier they fall. That is true in my experience. I have experienced that 100%. Have me back on the coffee big time style. Sorry about that. I went nuts today. I didn't drink any coffee yesterday thinking, I've got to do the star jump technique. And it was fine. I was pretty gronked out, which is why I didn't do startbuilding.me. And today I woke up and went and did that and gorged myself until I could gorge no more. Time for the patented crotch cam. Indeed, Jazz was part of the beta testers for this crotch cam. Sounds a lot worse than it actually is, folks. It's just time to do some push-ups. let's get into it. Hope your call was okay, Jazz. Better you than me. I think I would be the first person in history that would figure out how to strangle somebody through a telephone conversation. Anyway, 34 days of abstinence gone in one delicious cold pressed cup. I can't actually say it was healthier or less caffeinated. In fact, it would have been way more caffeinated. But anyway, I just try and keep it at a minimum. I think I might try to as well. As I'm sitting here like, yeah. And it's 7 o'clock at night. I hope it wears off. As I said, tomorrow, first day of the contract, doing some slightly more honest chemical work. I'll tell you about it later, Jazz. YOLO coffee indeed. Anyway, let's do some push-ups and let's get out of here, folks. As always, watch the Start Building Me videos on YouTube. I put the link on the Twitter feed, but it's also should be popping up there automatically now. If not, it's whatever it is these days, a convention, youtube.com/u/@startbuildingme or something like that. Maybe it's youtube.com/user/@startbuildingme. I'm not sure what the convention is. Just Google Start Building Me or go to startbuilding.me and click on the link to the YouTube channel. It will tell you how to do push-ups and squats, so I don't have to say it a million times. But folks, I say it a million times anyway because I am going to go from school to school to pitch this exact same thing to kids and say, folks, just like the video I make, don't worry about climate change. The anxiety is wasted. Worry more about the heart attack that you're going to suffer if you do not exercise. Clickbaity as, folks. You got to love it. If you've got to fight fire with fire, and I've got some mad fire. I've seen it for 20 years as a healthcare data analyst. You've got to exercise. You can't cheat it. If you think you can cheat the Reaper, good luck with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 off your knees, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 off your knees. Doesn't matter, folks. Do push-ups whatever way you want. A push-up is exactly that. Pushing up your body, fighting gravity. Pushing it from the ground up, whatever way you want to do that, in whatever capacity you have, whatever skill expertise, that's what we're working with, folks. So don't listen to anyone who says otherwise. I'm giving my knees a bit of a stretch. Had a few days off the gym. Everything was still sore. All the tendons in my elbows. My goodness, very frustrating, but it's just cycle and walking week. So folks, as I'm saying on my rebuild, everything goes fine until it doesn't, and then when it doesn't, take some time off and you cannot feel guilty about it because you've been doing your consistent exercise. I think I'm sweating more at the moment from talking rather than exercising. So, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and take a load off. Live streaming me picking my toenails just like some sort of chimpanzee, folks. I need to change the bot. The bot's talking garbage. I need to point it towards YouTube links, I think. Getting some good views there from being a little bit more creative with my tags. There are systems and services that you can look it up. What are the most searched YouTube channels by service? So I've been adjusting my tags, which gets you heaps more clicks, which is cool. So now I've just got to work on my content and look for video editors, which is a pain in the butt. I don't like video editing. It's like Cubase jazz without making tunes, you know? So it's just crap. It's like instead of a cool effect or a fade in for a guitar solo or something. You're doing that all just for visual images, either images, your own footage, or stock footage. And so, there's no bass drops, there's no J.K. Lee solos, there's no 12-minute Nile solos. Just boring videos. So hats off to people who make good content. It's not me. I really don't enjoy doing data. I do enjoy doing data, sorry, but I do not enjoy doing the video editing. So I am going to look in my process of shilling this stuff to school kids to see if there's a school kid out there who's willing to have access to a Dropbox and software so they can do it for me, and I can pay them cents on the dollar, folks, because they're kids. Child labor, very effective. Just joking, YouTube, just joking. The algorithms, if they're trying to get me and pick me up on this, I'm just trying to joke. I'll pay them more than I'd pay an adult because they're probably better at it. Try Fiverr. Freelance website that features creatives. Ooh. Might give it a whirl. I might give it a whirl. Thanks very much. I signed up to that stock footage site, the poor man's Adobe stock one, and it puts the poor in poor man. It's mostly rubbish. Some of it's alright, most of it you're probably better off getting off Google. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But I've got a few good video ideas that I want to put out, which will be clickbaity enough. Specifically, like I said, the one where I'm trying to say, look folks, please don't worry and get anxious about climate change. Even the UN are saying that it's a 26 or 27% hit of global GDP in the future. Now, a hit to our GDP doesn't mean people are going to start dropping dead and that the planet's going to spontaneously combust. It just means that the style of life that we're used to is not going to be quite as convenient as it has been for the last 20 or 30 years, say, right? But without exercise, there's a 1 in 2%, a 1 in 5% chance at best, or a 50% chance that you will suffer a cardiovascular event within your lifetime that will result in death. So think of that. 1 in 5, so, well, there's no 5-sided die, but up to 50%, which is like the roulette wheel or a flip of a coin, the best odds in the house that you'll die if you don't exercise. Maybe that's something that people should be a little bit more concerned about. If they do the bare minimum like I'm suggesting, then hey, they don't need here. I'm not trying to farm engagement. I just think people have some pretty warped perspectives on things that are going on in this world. Like me being told that I'm a fascist because I think all war is bad and we should avoid a thermonuclear war. And apparently that makes me a Putin sympathizer. So very funny how it works. I hate Putin, I hate Biden, I hate Albo, hate every politician. That's how anarchists are, folks. We don't think that the system works because mob rule is the only thing that we have evidence for that actually works. That's why the biggest gang is in charge, the biggest gang wins, like the US government, folks. So I'm not pro-Putin, he's an idiot. But I think we should probably avoid a thermonuclear war. That's maybe some crazy out there, fresh ideas, folks, but it doesn't sound so crazy to me. I'm not really so sure I'm built to live through a thermonuclear war. And from the videos footage that I saw many times from Hiroshima is not something that I think anybody in any culture deserves to endure, no matter what the hell their leaders have done, folks. So, please, folks, as somebody who loves a good fight, I'm a brother of peace, trying to improve your life here by pumping iron online, trying to get your blood pumping, and in return, maybe you can show me some good music or some good TV shows to watch. What have I been watching that was any good? Was anything actually good? Real Madrid beat Liverpool this morning. Pretty predictable. I told Sally Starjump to watch something that was good. Oh yeah, the Weird Al Yankovic story was not bad. Fiverr, cool. I'm gonna check that out. That should be cool. I've tried one video editor before, but he was local, so I've got to find me a good subcontinental. It's an Indian or a Malaysian, an Indonesian, probably American, British, might try and avoid that, a Scandinavian, some hard-working Africans who make good videos that I've seen, probably Latin Americans as well. Basically anybody but Australian. Just joking, there's probably some good Australian folks as well. But Fiverr, I'll check it out because, man, I'll pay somebody good money to do video editing because I can make the content, I can stand and ramble in front of the video, but I cannot sit down there and make something that's as dynamic and technical as drum and bass where the end result just makes me angry. Anyway, I'm going to do 10 more and then get out of here, folks. Good to see you as always. Love you and see you tomorrow, even though it'll be Friday, usually my lowest turnout, which are on Friday nights. But in light of this, I am going to start doing daytime videos to show you exactly how I train, as opposed to me doing a startup video here and showing you what you can do if you don't train or you're getting back into it, trying to form the habit. Me just doing basic squats and basic push-ups with you to get your blood pumping, to get your juices flowing, because as I always say, folks, 35 minutes of moderate exercise per day has been studied to have a very, very important effect on how your brain works. So you've got to exercise. You just don't have to be, exercising like a professional athlete. Bit of walking, a few squats here and there, a few push-ups. It's that simple. That's all I'm trying to teach you. However, during the day or in the morning, I'm also going to do a video where I'm going to have my dumbbells in here, maybe a bench, and show you how I train at the gym and show you how easy it is. Folks, monkeys can train. Monkeys can pump iron and get jacked. If a monkey can do it, then maybe some of you can as well. Just joking. Every single one of these people can as well. Anyway, love you as always. Like and subscribe. Check out my YouTube channel. Doing more content for that this week. As the time goes on, look after yourself. Do some push-ups, tense your butt, and keep on breathing. And have a great night. Adios, muchachos. Auf Wiedersehen und guten Abend. Have a great night.